Hello, everyone. Namaste. This is Harsha Ramaya. Welcome to this wonderful storytelling session. First of all, thank you so much for liking the stories and appreciating it big way. Thank you so much. It really motivates me. So, if you've joined in right now, please put a hi in the comment section box because I'm looking on the comment section box. Kisne hi bola hai? Kya kar rahe hai wo? So, please fill the comment section box with your hi. So, as you can read the title of the story, Focus of Arjuna, mythological stories are my favorite section because what I think is that if we tell mythological stories to our children, it's the handover of our culture that we do to our children. So I think all the stories, Panchtantra stories, Tenali Raman stories, Akbar Birbal, all stories are fantastic. But specifically, when I talk about mythological stories, they are very important because not only we transfer our culture, our heritage to our children, but there is a lot of learning that comes. Because it is always said that if you want to grow, you have to understand history. So, what better can be than reading or listening to mythological stories? तो आज की जो स्टोरी है बहुत सुंदर है इट्स द स्टोरी ऑफ अर्जुना. So before I start the story, let me just give you a brief of the characters. I'm sure we all have watched Mahabharata during this lockdown, and it was a fantastic period because the entire Mahabharata and Ramayana series were telecasted on the television, and we again, glued to our sofa sets in front of the televisions to see these serials. So this is the story of the focus of Arjuna. So what happens is Arjuna, along with his four brothers, that is five Pandavas and 100 Kauravas, were sent to an ashram. In those days, the Gurukul schooling system was in existence. So children were sent from far off from home to study at a Gurukul, where the Guru was there and it was a Guru ashram. The children stayed there and took training of everything. It could be the training of how to use the weapons, the literature, the scriptures, the Vedas, and everything. The Guru used to train and groom the prince for everything. So this is the story when Pandavas and Kauravas were with Dronacharya. Dronacharya is the guru of Pandavas and Kauravas. So he was a very strict yet a very very nice guru. So one day at night, what happened? Everyone was asleep, and Guru Dronacharya just came out of his ashram just to take a walk around in the garden and see what was happening around. While he was walking in the garden, he saw a dim shadow which was falling through the moonlight on the ground. A small figure he could see who was shooting arrows because he could hear the sound of those arrows. So he started walking in that direction, and soon he came there near the tree where this whole set was going on. So he saw Arjuna over there and he asked Arjun, Arjun, at this point of time, what are you doing? It's almost midnight, dear. What are you doing here? Arjun replied. He said, today when we were eating our dinner, at that time a strong wind blew and the lantern which was giving us light was blown off. So there was complete darkness. Then, too, when I was eating, I took my piece of food and without any light, this hand directly went into my mouth. I was wondering that how did this happen? If I can eat without any light and I can eat my food and it goes in my mouth, it does not go in my ear or in my nose, in my eyes, it directly goes in my mouth, means I can shoot in the dark. Listening to this, Guru was very happy. He was very, very happy from inside. And this made Arjun the favorite disciple of Dronacharya. The story moves ahead. What happened the next day? So for this, we all will have to go to the ashram. So are you all ready? Let me take you to the ashram where Guru is going to announce a wonderful thing for his students, his disciples. And here is the story of the focus of Arjuna. What happens when Guru comes to all his disciples? You could see there a small child sitting with the Gada. He is Gadadhari Bhim. You can see a small child with an arrow. He is Yudhishthir. You can see another child with the bow. He is Arjuna. Here comes the Guru, Dronacharya, and he tells, so, all my students, are you ready? Today is going to be the test. So, are you all ready? Saying this, all the students were excited. Yes, Guruji, we are ready. What is the test? The Guru says, well, if you all are ready for this test, then I will request you all to line up and then I will make the announcement of this test. All the Kauravas, the Pandavas, and everyone lined up. And Guruji said, can everyone see this little bird which is hanging on the tree? And to this, everyone replied, yes, we can see a tiny little bird hanging on the tree. Well, so all the children, the test for you today is that you have to aim to the eye of this bird. So, are you all ready? Everyone was very excited to give this test. So, it was the first turn for Yudhishthir to come forward and give his test. Now, when Yudhishthir came forward, Gurudev asked Yudhishthir, what can you see on the tree? Yudhishthir said, I can see a bird hanging, I can see greenery, I can see the bark of the tree, I can see the trunks, I can see other birds flying, I can see everything that is around this bird. Listening to this, Guruji said, thank you so much, Yudhishthir. You can go back and stand in your position. Second was Duryodhan's turn. Duryodhan was called forward, and the same question was asked to Duryodhan. What can you see on the tree? Duryodhan replied, I can see the bird, I can see the trees, I can even see my brothers, I can hear everything, I can see almost everything. He narrated a few more things that was there near the tree. So Gurudev said, well, Duryodhan, you also can step back and take your position where everyone else is lined up. Everyone was amazed because one by one, Guruji kept on calling all the brothers, and everyone almost replied the same thing that they could see the tree, the bird, whatever, etc., etc., etc. Now it was the turn of Arjuna to come forward. Now Guruji asked Arjun, Arjun, what can you see on the tree? Arjun said, I can see the bird. Guruji said, can't you see the tree? Can't you see anything else? Can't you see the trunk of the tree, the barks, the leaves, the other birds on the tree? Arjun said, no, I can see only this bird. Further, Guruji asked, now get a little closer and tell me what you can see. Arjun said, now I can see only the eye of the bird. Guruji said, wonderful. Now, what can you see? Arjun said, now I can just see the eyeball that I have to shoot. I cannot see anything else. At this, Guruji was very happy and he said, wonderful Arjun, you can aim that eye of this bird and shoot. And Arjun just took a perfect aim and was ready to shoot the eye of this bird. And he was very successful because he hit the correct target of this. So Guruji was very happy, and then he explained to all the other students that what is the meaning of focus. When you are focusing on anything, your target should be the perfect thing that you are seeing. If you have to target on the eye of a bird, you should be able to see only the eye, not even the entire bird. So, this was the lesson that Guruji wanted to give to all of the students. And why does Arjun stand very different than all the students is because Arjun had a great focus. So there's another beautiful story of Arjun when he goes for the Swayamvar or for Draupadi. That is yet another exciting story, which I will be sharing very soon when I come back with another set of mythological stories. But essay stories, I think we should share with our children because this gives them a little idea of exactly what does focus mean. And then you know what we can do is we can try and enact this story. So we can just make a paper bird, and then we can hang this paper bird on a tree, and then ask our children to just focus. I'm not trying to give bow and arrow to the children and ask to shoot them, not that, but you can just ask them to focus on the eye. See, these activities are such that you won't be able to enhance these skills through worksheets. So these are certain things wherein you can teach culture to your children, you can teach history to our children, mythology, the characters of mythology, and the learning. So it's beautiful, and you can try this. And I'm sure when you just make a white little bird and hang it on the tree and just ask the children that what you're able to see, and ask them to focus on the eye, and how much concentration the focus develops is commendable. It's fantastic. So try and do that, and these stories are really very valuable. Pass them on to your generations, your children, and come back to me with a comment that how was your experience when you share the story with your children. I'm sure when I share these stories with my daughter, she's always very inquisitive to know more about it. And then she has her own favorite character also in the story because she's a foodie person. So she likes Beam the most because Beam is very foodie. So children, you can connect the concepts with these stories. It's not only that we are delivering a story. You can live through the story. You can identify a character with your child through these stories. So it's a journey, and when you do these kind of things with your children, I'm sure these stories will remain with the children lifelong. So enjoy storytelling with your children. It's a wonderful, wonderful pastime that you can do with your children. Enjoy storytelling and see you again on next Wednesday. This is Harsha bidding a bye. Goodbye.